in a city like that. I love my city! I love Norwich! You know, when I came in today, someone said to me, "You traitor!" They call me a traitor, but you know what? I'm in good company. Because if we're traitors, you know what? We pay our taxes in this country. We work in the NHS. We're teachers. We work in the care system. We look after people. And you call us traitors, make me laugh. You know, it's really interesting. My skin crawled when I heard that they were coming in past Primark. Anyone know their history will know that Primark was the original location of the first synagogue in Norwich. And to our city's shame, it's also one of the first pogroms that happened in this country. And we all know that when you start preaching hate, the best way to start, history shows us, is to peel people off. You start with Jewish people, but it doesn't end there. It moves on to other groups, gypsies, trade unionists, women, anyone that doesn't believe in the creed of hate. That's how it starts. They peel you off. And what they're doing is, they're peeling off trans people, okay? Because they think they're weak. And if we can peel them off, and then we can peel others off. It will not end with trans men and women. It will only be the beginning, and we know that. That's why we're here. You know, one of the things I've seen over the last, well, many years, is people in mainstream politics and media trying to triangulate on hate. You can't triangulate on hate. And we have a role to play, because it's not just the fascists. It's not just the racists. It's also all of us. The responsibility to fight racism and fascism belongs to everyone. We can stand in these streets day in, day out. But ultimately, if we're going to make a better world, it's the responsibility of our politicians and others to build a better country. One that doesn't leave people in destitution, without a decent home, without a decent job, without decent pay, that invests in the national healthcare system, that invests in public services, that deepens democracy, doesn't make it more shallow. Let's have citizens' assemblies. Let's give power to people, because people feel disempowered. And when you immiserate people physically and psychologically, the hate peddlers always appear, because they know that they're more susceptible to the creed of hate. That's why we have to rebuild this country from the bottom up. Not just physically, but intellectually, spiritually, and fundamentally with love. But there's one more thing you need as well. Politicians in this country can talk about rebuilding the physical parts of this country, but one thing we have to acknowledge the far right have done is they have touched something in people. Some of those people I saw rioting were people that I know I could have gone to school with. They're people that could have been my friends. We have to understand how they've got to them. And we have to have a narrative, a rhetorical narrative that touches people in the heart, that tells people that there can be different change. The future should not be something that scares you. Don't be scared of having a black woman as a boss. It's not going to kill you. It's perfectly fine. It's okay. Don't be scared. I'm going to conclude, Norwich, on something very close to my heart. I am a big science fiction fan, because science fiction can so often look to the future. It can be dystopian, but it can also be positive. And there is a series called Andor. It's about Star Wars, yes, but there are no Jedi in it. It's about the rise of the Empire. And actually, if you listen to the creators, it's about the rise of authoritarian fascism. And I want to give you the hero's eulogy. When she rouses the initial rebellion that ends in the Death Star is being exploded. And this is how it begins. There is a wound that won't heal at the center of the galaxy. There is a darkness reaching like rust into everything around us. We let it grow, and now it's here. It's here, and it's not visiting anymore. It wants to stay. Fascism is a disease that thrives in darkness. It is never more alive than when we sleep. It's easy for the dead to tell you to fight, and maybe it's true. Maybe fighting is useless. Perhaps it's too late. But I'll tell you this, if I could do it again, I'd wake up early and I'd be fighting these bastards from the start. Fight the fascists! Thank you, Norwich. Fight the fascists now! 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 Fight the fascists now!